Come on in, everybody. My name is AirAngel, and I am going to be your hotfix host for tonight for Game Masters Rhythm Game Edition. Before we get started, I just want to say that GDQ 2022 will begin January 9th through the 16th. So if you want to visit gamesdonequick.com for more information and details, dates on the event. All right. So to get the rhythm game block/edition of Game Masters started, I want to introduce our artist, Starro Kirby. How you doing?
Hey, hello, I'm Star Kirby 86. I'm doing well. Thank you for introducing me, AirAngel. And you might be familiar with me smashing a lot of buttons and doing a lot of laundry, quite expensive laundry, during Summer Games Done Quick with maimai finale run, yeah?
Yeah, and before we get to maimai later, they are going to be doing a Arts Done Quick segment with us. So what this is a quick draw challenge. So we give our artists a prompt. They have 30 minutes to do a sketch doodle, and they can cut off the time at any point which they are comfortable with that given prompt, and let us know, because Game Masters is not about the timer. That's right. It's all about the game and everything about the lore, the culture, the art, and everything. So we want to bring some of that to the viewers. So today's prompt is going to be the star of the two shows, yes, the two games that we're going to be showing off today. It's going to be El Clear and Oto Hime, and they're going to be drinking bubble tea today.
Yes, oh yeah. Naturally, I had to make sure and prepare for this very moment, because if we had Otohime and El Clear drinking boba, well, I just got to make sure I have references, you know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure. All right, I will introduce the rest of the crew here in a bit, but if you want to get us a countdown to get us started, ready when you are.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's get started in about 3, 2, 1, starto. Okay.
Okay, so while Kirby is beginning their drawing, I would like to introduce the rest of the commentary. First, we have Chaos, who is also going to be doing some DJMAX Respect Showcase. Freaky and Evan, how are y'all doing? How are you feeling today?
How's it going, AirAngel? Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Feeling real good.
Awesome.
Feeling all right, yeah.
Yeah, I cannot wait for the showcase.
Yeah. So with this, I just sort of wanted to do a little Q&A. We can start with Chaos. Chaos, do you want to talk a little bit about DJMAX and how you got started?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so DJMAX is a vertical scrolling rhythm game that came out in the early 2000s as an online only game where you can play this rhythm game where you have to hit the buttons to the music, kind of similar to like Guitar Hero, or more accurately to like something like Beat Mania.
Right.
If you guys have ever seen Beat Mania in the arcades. So it's an actual it's probably the most closely it resembles to, and yeah, just it's still going strong to this day. It had a period of downtime in the early 2010s, unfortunately, but I want to say, was it 2016 or 2017? DJMAX Respect was announced for the PS4.
Oh, nice. So it sort of like revitalized itself.
Exactly. Yeah. Like there was an arcade version of the game itself, but it was in a completely different format where it was completely touchscreen. It was called TJMAX Technica. That came out in around, I think, 2008, 2009. And that, for me personally, it revitalized like my love for arcade games, which is great. But yeah, there's a lot of rich history with the DJMAX franchise. There's a DJMAX Portable series for the PlayStation Portable. If you guys still have your PlayStation Portable, bust those out and play along with us if you'd like.
Nice.
Yeah, and yeah, just for me, I've been playing ever since. Love the music. I like the satisfaction you get from hitting buttons on time with the music, and
right.
And yeah,
it's all about that end score.
It really is, yeah. It's that end score that gives you that sense of accomplishment. But if you get a bad score, you want to keep playing. So
right, you just want to get better and better.
Exactly. The grind is real for music games. As if there are any music gamers in the chat room, yeah, there's definitely a sense of wanting to improve yourself every single time. So that's why I love rhythm games at least. So
Totally. Freaky. What games are you interested, or what do you play?
Yeah, so I think most of my history with rhythm games started with DDR. That was
Nice.
kind of my main for the longest time. But in the past few years, I've actually branched out to the point where I probably now play too many different rhythm games. You know, it's tough to become amazing when you kind of want to play them all.
That's fair.
But my recent focuses have mostly been Tunitham and Maimai.
Nice.
Or Maimai will be showing the showcase, and Tunitham is also a scrolling rhythm game, but with a large touch bar you play on and air sensors that can detect when you lift your hands up in the air.
Oh, interesting.
It's,
This is going to be an ongoing question for chat. We could talk about this throughout the entire show. What is your favorite song from which rhythm game? I am a born and bred 90s kid, so I couldn't tell you the specific songs on DDR, but I can tell you I don't think I went over. I think at the time they only had, it was like a score through 1 through 10, and I couldn't go past like 6 without, breaking my legs. So I think that was like my peak. What about you, Evan?
Yeah, so I started out with Guitar Hero,
Nice.
like everyone else maybe, and then yeah, I just one day I go to the arcade and I saw this really interesting drum machine, but it's only like having 5 pads and one pedal. So yeah, I've been playing rhythm games since then. And maybe I started at 2006 or 2007 maybe. Yeah,
Wow.
and I've been playing rhythm games since then. And my main rhythm game is like unlike everyone else like playing DDR or yeah. And my main rhythm game is now maimai for now,
Hmm.
like what Kirby play and some of DJMAX as well. No, I'm not so good at DDR, but yeah, and
That's
Sound Voltage as
like
well, maybe. Yeah,
DDR is like a separate sport, I think. Like, I guess my also can be its own sport too, because the amount of upper arm strength that's going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
but like yeah, Guitar Hero. Wow, that's a throwback. I remember when that came out, and everyone would literally have like Guitar Hero parties. Was anybody else
yeah.
old enough
Oh
for
my
that?
god.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
Yes.
yeah, Guitar Hero parties.
Yeah.
I was not popular enough to
well, it's
to join
okay.
in one of those.
You're here for this party. You're here for.
All right, thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me to this party.
This is
I feel
Chaos's
blessed.
first rhythm game party. Everybody, we're
Yes, it's my first rhythm game party.
Yes,
You're invited.
you're invited.
I'm invited. Awesome.
I had a
but
Donkey Konga party.
Oh, Donkey Konga was fun, man. That was such a fun game.
Such a
Wow.
throwback.
Now, in terms of, I guess, quote unquote rhythm game genre, would we consider any of the Donkey Kong games that involve the bongos as part of that? Because
Oh,
technically,
like Jungle Beats?
Yeah,
I mean, the Donkey Konga itself, certainly, like that's just very clearly
right.
a
Yeah.
proper rhythm game.
That's fair.
But
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
the other ones, that's an interesting question.
Yeah, Jungle Beat was like, I mean, it had elements of a rhythm game, obviously, but it was more so of like it was an adventure game with rhythm game elements. So it's kind of like, it's kind of, I don't know, like,
Yeah,
would you
I
guys
think-
consider
I
that
think
like?
It falls into kind of that category where, like with any genre, there aren't actually hard edges, like at the edge of the genre where you can say something is or isn't. There are blurry questions where things can, it's the perfect example, sort of be a rhythm game.
Right. So I guess with DJMAX respect, do you know if there's anything upcoming that's going to be new at the game at all, or is there just constantly being new releases of things online?
So at the moment, there was a DLC that just came out last month
Nice.
called the Nexon DLC, which included, well, for me, I don't have a personal attachment to it, but maybe everyone else in the chat might. But the Nexon DLC basically included songs from several different different IPs from like Maple Story to like Blue Archive. Like, if you guys remember Maple Story, first and foremost, who remembers Maple Story?
I haven't heard that title in so long.
Right, right. So DJMAX, the guys that did that created DJMAX, they decided to, I guess, throw it back a little bit and remix a few of the songs that people may be familiar with from games like Maple Story. And I think there are a few other like dungeon crawler like online games that were released originally in Korea. As I mentioned before, there's a Blue Archive song as well, which is a MOBA game that just came out recently globally. So it's a very interesting mix of songs, to say the least. But I think DJ Max Respect gets about I think it says like one DLC on average about every 3 months or so.
Oh wow, so it's a pretty active community then, in terms of like up and coming and like new songs. Or is there, I guess, like with that, what does a DLC like entail? Just like new songs and just same sort of mechanics, or do they expand it like what they currently have?
Yeah, so actually, it's it's the interesting approach with this specific title. So DJ Max Respect. So Respect, the name Respect is basically like a homage to like the entire history of DJ Max. They wanted to include songs from every single reiteration of the DJ Max series.
Oh wow.
Going back to 2004, all the way to like when they started going into DJ Max Technica, the DJ Max Portable series, all the way to now. So initially, the game itself already had a really good library, which included
agreed.
like a lot of songs from the PSP version. And eventually, what they started to do is they started to release DLCs from those specific iterations. So,
Right.
for example, DJ Max Technica had 3 versions, right? So what they did was they made a DLC for the first one, for the second one, and for the third one separately. So
Gotcha.
so they're periodically releasing different songs from different eras and different games, which for me, I mean that strikes like the nostalgia,
Well,
the nostalgia feeling
like,
in my heart
it's
for
like
sure.
bringing video game culture like full circle, right? Like a lot of that sort of happens in like other like genres as well. Like I know Mario Kart literally took tracks from
Right.
the different generations, and it's just really cool because you sort of preserve, I say culture because I mean video games are definitely a part of generational culture and stuff, so it's like you
100%
always
agree.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
it's like you always like bring that with you to the next gen, and even like either you remix it or you revamp it however you want, you still like preserve the same beats. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I do have a question for Freaky. If you could have one random song from like any game on like any of your rhythm game platforms, you have a request.
Ooh. That is a
I will
tough one.
I will also
If only
expand
because,
it.
like-
I will also expand it to Chaos as well as Ethan.
I mean, part of my problem answering is I play so many rhythm games. Most of my music
Yeah.
taste now comes from rhythm games. So the songs are already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, I share the same sentiment with AirAngel. Actually, I'm a '90s kid also, so I grew up with a lot of like different types of music. Like I grew up on like a lot of hip hop, a lot of pop, a lot of like house music. And I think what's great about rhythm games is that it's almost like, I don't want to say genre-less, but it's like music games kind of have like its own genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there are songs that are made specifically more for music games, and I think it kind of just introduced like a new world to like a lot of players. And it's like if you try to introduce this music to to someone who doesn't play rhythm games, you know, it's completely different from what they're usually listening
yeah.
to, and it's
I've definitely experienced that when non-rhythm gamers are passengers in my car and I
Right.
have my music on the stereo.
yeah. Yeah, but I think for me, like I just enjoy if I can bop my head to the music, if I can kind of just like nod my head to the music, I like it. So I'm pretty open.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah.
To anyone
think-
that's just
yep.
coming into chat, everyone's like, "What's going on? Why are we drawing?" So this is Game Masters, where the Hotfix show, where we take into consideration everything about the game, whether it's the lore, the mastery, and the skill behind speedruns, or just being an overall like skilled gamer, but as well as the art and and like the culture behind it. So we like to do something called a quick draw challenge. So we've given Starrod Kirby a prompt, and he is making really good progress. He's about 13 minutes in. And the
Okay.
yeah, and the prompt today is El Clear and Otohime drinking bubble tea. So the two main characters of the two games that we're going to be showcasing today, DJMAX, Respect, as well as maimai Finale.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Boba is definitely a rhythm game staple. I'm just gonna say that.
look, if Boba's not a staple in whatever game you play or like whatever you do in your life, please, chat,
Right.
just like put us on your mobile device and go get boba tea if you.
Boba,
Yeah.
Boba has its own buff for the
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah.
since we're on
So-
the subject of boba tea, what are y'all's favorite flavors?
Oh man, that's hard to say.
Yeah,
It depends on my mood.
I'm putting everyone on the spot right now because you could basically have a
Jeez.
million combinations, and I will go first. I actually really like
Yeah.
the Thai iced tea with the tapioca boba.
That's definitely a good go-to for sure.
That's like when I need like giant caffeine and sugar spike.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it also depends for me. It's just like, do I want something fruity or do I want something like creamy?
Yeah,
right? It's
that's
just like if
fair.
it's like
Yeah.
something a little bit more like creamy, like I'd probably go with anything matcha related.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then, but for the most part, if I'm trying to go like sweet, like fruity, like mango is always like my number one. So
Yeah.
mango with any type of like coconut jelly or mango jelly. Oh, it's over. Like that's the go-to. That's my DDR pre-workout.
Hey, what's
I
your
have pre-
pre-workout? Boba tea.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. I still actively play DDR to this day, and I swear, like, I think half the people that come in to play DDR before, they all just went to like Share Tea or Tapioca Express or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's hilarious, but it's definitely part of the culture. That's for sure.
Yeah. What about you, Freaky?
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with my just all reliable is the classic jasmine with grass jelly.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, there
Ooh,
you go.
grass jelly. Nice.
I think a new one that I tried is sort of like a fusion thing going on, but it was like vanilla lavender with honey boba or something. It sort of blew my mind.
Ooh.
I didn't know how to think how I felt about it, but I'm thinking about it. So it obviously
Honey and
left
brown
an
sugar
impact.
boba.
Ooh.
That sounds great. Oh.
So yes, the
That was
Rhythm
my
Game
mistake. I forgot to
Showcase
buy some.
featuring boba. This is also a cooking show.
Boba.
No?
Yes,
Heck yeah.
right.
This is a creme brulee milk tea.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Oh.
creme
I
brulee.
think I just
That sounds amazing.
like the classic brown sugar milk tea with less sugar and extra boba.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 30% sugar gang.
Yeah, I'm
definitely
half
get
sugar, less ice.
Yeah.
I don't like the everything
Yeah.
sweet on it. So yeah.
Agree,
I
fam.
do enjoy like a lot of sugar, but I know my body doesn't process it well. I'll just like be super hyper and then crash for like 8 hours. So
Oh no.
I tend to not do that.
Right. Right. Yeah. But yeah, boba for life.
So, did anybody else like just start in arcades when y'all were growing up, or even like good?
I personally did. I definitely started in the arcade. My first rhythm game was DDR.
Right.
And I still play it to this day. So actually I would want to say that DDR is probably my main rhythm game still. Not only is it because it's kind of like, you know, like it's just something that's stuck with me all these years, but it's also a workout.
Yeah.
You
There's,
know,
there's
as you
something
get
about,
older,
there's something about familiarity too, right? It's like
familiarity, absolutely.
it's sort of like we try to tie the showcase into like speedrunning in general because I believe like muscle memory is a giant thing, whether it's rhythm games or in speedrunning. I'm obviously a noob to rhythm games. I don't play them myself. I'm a big fan. Have been a big fan since I think we did like a really big showcase for Fleet Fatales 2020.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that was
There you
awesome.
go.
Shout out to the staff that made that seamless transition. They all played like one song basically, and it was beautiful. Y'all should go on YouTube and watch it. But it was very good.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then obviously we
That's
had
great.
Star Wars Kirby for SGDQ, and we've had a number of rhythm games on GDQ obviously, but just we want to get these amazing talented people out there to y'all on the GDQ fan base because it's just more it's more about like more than just speedrunning. This is mastery at its finest, and y'all are gonna see that in a couple minutes. So far, it has been about 19 minutes, going strong, and
We're good,
the
we're good.
outlines are looking super kawaii.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
thank
is
you.
really. I'm always amazed by artists and their ability to kind of just express themselves on paper on the fly. It's pretty wild to me, honestly. Like, I dabble in other types of art, but I think drawing itself is something that I could never do personally. So like, I'm always like, just like amazed at like how like people, talented artists like Starrod here can draw El Clear and Otohime drinking boba.
Right. And it's like taking your own spin or your own sort of take on it too, right? So I also just really enjoy seeing what other artists come up with and like the different expression art styles, which is super interesting. So Kirby, are you in a
Yes.
good place to like talk while you draw?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure now. Yeah.
Okay.
This is all good.
Okay.
But oh my god, every time this is how I draw like at every moment, and this is really unhealthy. So someone please get me a chiropractor.
Great, Kirby.
Right? Posture, man.
Okay, so the first question for Kirby from chat is, what program are you using?
So what I'm currently using is Procreate on my iPad. It is a incredible drawing app that really just like expedites a lot of the muckiness with art, and you can just like be super expressive and just like woo. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not that dramatic, but you know,
We'll
just
make it as
adjust things
dramatic as
on the
we want,
fly
Kirby.
quite well. Yeah. So usually if I'm like, oh no, did I make a proportion error? And I'm going to, instead of like spending hours on it, I can easily just like resize something and it's like, ta-da, she doesn't look freaky anymore. Well, I'm sorry, freaky. She doesn't.
No pun intended.
Wow, that was a slight. But yeah, so I also wanted to promote this as well because anyone that's looking to drawing, I know like pen and paper, pencil paper can be a little frustrating for people that are just getting into it. But if you have an iPad or, even just like a tablet for some reason, maybe you do rhythm games that require a tablet. Who knows? But there are free apps out there that you can just pick up and you can start drawing. Like, you don't have to be the master of the grandmasters of drawing to start drawing. And we really want to promote people like, if you want to do fan art, just like give it a go. Who cares? Go for it. Do it the big old try. I personally use Clip Studio Paint, but I am a
I
cartoonist.
love it.
Yeah, I myself am a cartoonist, so that's more of like figured towards cartoonist because it has like panels and a bunch of other random things that like are focused towards it. But yeah, no, this is looking great.
Thank you.
Yeah, we saw a little bit about your sketches before. Do you tend to just go through like generalized shapes, or do you try to make sort of like a full figured sketch before doing the fine lines?
I try to do rough outline sketches, and I would actually have like if I'm depending on the length and structure of it, I would have multiple stages of it. So this would have been like sketch 2.
Right.
Then I would have done like an inking phase. But I'm basically trying to consolidate both of them by in this speed round, I guess.
Gotcha. We did have a question on chat. How do you export drawings from Procreate? I can't speak for Procreate, but I'm pretty sure you can save it as any sort of
Right over
file
here?
type if you want. Yeah, you can save
And
it.
then usually I just like share it through an iCloud.
Yeah. Same. But yeah, anyone in chat, if you
Yeah.
have any questions, please let us know.
Check out this coloring stuff. It's like super speedrun mode.
Heck yeah.
Bam!
Yeah, we're about 23 minutes in.
Oh no! Except palm protection. That's not a speedrun mode. That's a trick you have to be careful for.
Yeah, I use my iPad Pro with a Apple Pen, and I always have to wear, it's sort of like a sleeve you put on so you don't like have constant skin contact with the screen.
I have one of these.
Yep.
But I don't use it that much.
Yeah, I like have to use it because apparently my body is just like radiating heat as 1,000 suns, so it'll just think I'm like pressing all over the screen. But I also use like I usually wear like a sweater or something because oh no, my wrist touches the screen. Like like we must draw with it.
I'm using an Apple Pencil too.
Yeah, that in my opinion has been the best digital art tool I've like used.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it. I don't have much experience with the first Apple Pencil, but the second one is very, very good.
Yeah, just definitely about the fact that you can do like angles and stuff with based on your tilt really makes gestures super nice.
Yeah, totally. We did have a question in chat. Chaos, will you be showcasing keyboard play or gameplay or gamepad play at all?
Good question. So for a few of the beginning songs, I'll be showcasing gameplay on the controller first. So once again, that was talking about the history of DJMAX. A lot of people are really used to. They all started out on DJMAX Portable,
Gotcha.
which was played on the PSP. So a lot of people were very attached to being able to play the game on a controller interface. Me personally, however, I started out on the keyboard, so I'll be showcasing that in the second half of the showcase. So there's actually going to be charts where it's actually physically impossible to not to play on the controller, so you have to use the keyboard. So I'll be doing both today.
So they definitely made it so you had to detach at some point. Like controllers can't last forever.
I'll have it. Yeah, exactly. What's actually funny is that like they actually added a specific difficulty in the game to basically just allow you to only play on the keyboard, like because I think on the control interface, like you can't press left and right at the same time simultaneously, and you need to be able to do that to hit some of the buttons in some of these charts. So you need to use the keyboard. Yeah.
There's even some in-game text basically saying like
Yeah.
charts at this difficulty level, it's strongly recommended you play on keyboard.
Right.
This difficulty only meant to be played on keyboard like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
Just give Kirby an update on the time. We are about 26:30 in, so you got.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. Oh my god, I thought I was like 1 minute left.
No. You got like 3.5 minutes. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to join us over at twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick to check out our live shows starting most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. And while you are here, Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscription and bits. So please consider subscribing to help support future broadcasts. But yeah, no, this drawing is amazing. It's turning out so good. I actually really enjoy the shades of pink. I myself also have pink hair, so I am very biased.
Bias.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't want El Clear to become El Fail, which is also a character name, by the way. But just that, I feel like I'm making her left out, though.
Oh, you got time. You've got time.
Need to give her
so
love.
we can give Kirby a little bit more focus. Is there anything you would like to talk about DJMAX respect before we even get to your showcase in a few minutes?
Yeah, I think actually just before that, I want to plug in something really quick. I want to give
sure.
a quick. I want to give a super quick shout out to the DDR community and to the Life 4 community. Life 4 community is basically a ranking-based DDR system for DDR players all over the world to use to help improve themselves, and we actually have a competition, a team-based competition going on. A remote, first of all, we got to stay safe. It is a remote team-based competition going on called Rank Royale. So shout outs to Life 4, you know, like, and to all DDR players out there. Do your best in Rank Royale and let's do it, you know.
I just think that it's really admirable and to have like, you know, like these kinds of communities just like do these efforts to just kind of keep strong, especially during these current conditions where it's a lot harder to meet up. So it's a lot like how in speedrunning communities you can have like group tournaments and online efforts. And I think those things are really admirable to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And that's kind of what Life 4 is. Life 4 is kind of aimed to do is as well with this remote team-based tournament as well, is to kind of include everybody to be able to compete with each other while you know, while the conditions aren't so great in the world right now, but still be able to play their favorite game. So yeah.
All right, Kirby, you got 45 seconds.
45 seconds. Let's go. You got this.
Okay, it's okay. We got this. We got this. Whoa. Wait. Oh, okay. It's okay. Layers are fine.
30 seconds. We're in the final countdown, people.
It's the final countdown.
No pressure, Kirby. Just
Yeah, no
maybe
pressure
20
or
seconds
anything.
more.
It's okay. Let me give her some skin, so you know, get her skin in the game. There we go. And
9,
yeah.
8, 7. I don't know where the timer's at.
Look, it's okay. They're drinking Thai tea now. It's okay.
It's Thai tea. There you go.
There
Your
you go.
favorite.
Time.
All right. Okay.
GG.
I'll be sure to finish this when I'm like getting for the rest of this. But once I'm like actually on like, you know, the maimai run, you know, so that's a time right there. Yay! Look how cute
Okay,
they are.
GG.
Hey.
It
Great
turned out
job.
super awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you do add to it, just let me know and we can post it later.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
So,
Oh my glob.
how you feeling? How you feeling? I think you did a really solid effort.
He did.
Thank you. Yeah. No. Feeling good. Definitely felt too ambitious with 2 characters. This is why artists have a charge per character
Right.
for commissions.
Right.
Which, by the way, commission your artists. They're awesome, lovely people, and they can make amazing works. So you know that's a thing.
For sure. Well,
But
thank you.
otherwise, I feel totally ready to commentate and play some rhythm games. You know.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for talking to me a little bit about yourselves as well as different rhythm games. But yeah, stay tuned, chat. Coming up next, we have DJMAX Respect, played by Chaos, and joined by the rest of this crew, basically for the rest of the night. So stick around. We're going to take a quick break. Hey everyone, welcome on in. My name is AirAngel, and this is Game Masters, the show where the game is not made up, but the timer doesn't really matter. That's right. We're here to just talk anything and everything about games, and we're going to be doing a rhythm game showcase today. And this is going to be our first game of the night. We're going to be playing DJMAX Respect with Chaos. Chaos, how's it going?
How's it going? I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome back. And we also have
Thanks.
Freaky on commentary. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Awesome. We are going to have a couple other commentators to come in during the showcase, but they will be coming in throughout. So, Chaos, whenever you are ready, give us a countdown.
Sure. I'll give you a countdown. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, start.
Ooh.
Alrighty. Alright, so this is DJMAX Respect, the game that was released in 2017 originally in the PS4 and was ported over to Steam in 2019. And
Holy buckets.
And as typical for a showcase, we're just getting started on the lower end here, but with ad play.
Is there, I guess I wouldn't say like lore, but I guess is there any like lore behind, we talked earlier about the keyboard versus controllers. Is there a particular, I guess, warm-up or skill set for anybody new out there? If they wanted to jump in and learn this, they should try.
I mean, I'd definitely say, given the state of the game now, if you're picking it up,
And this is
Yeah, I think,
this is available
so-
on Steam, correct?
Yep. You can buy it on Steam.
Is there any sort of, is there a particular thing that's like preferred keyboard over controller, or is it just like a user preference?
I think it's user preference. Like for me personally, I like it. I like to play on keyboard, but maybe from some earlier player, like when they started at Respect and the PS4, maybe they prefer for the. Oh, and that's a perfect play.
ooh, nice.
Got him.
I kind of wanted to. I mean, like usually I would try and talk there, but I was perfect playing the song, so I didn't want to say anything. But
So perfect. Yeah.
so perfect play
Go on.
basically here. We can show you right here. So in this game, the judgments go from max 100 to break. So what happens is if you hit the notes on time, completely perfect, you get a max 100%. And it goes down from there depending on the timing window of the song. If you hit it too late, if you hit it too early, your judgment may fall under one of these right here, between 90 to 1%. And if you miss a note, then you get a break. So in this specific situation, I got all 100%. So yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and going back to your question as well, I think at this point in time, especially with the state of the game and where it's at, I would say that it's definitely a preference choice now.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier with you guys, the game itself has been around for, I want to say, man, it's almost 16 years. Yeah, almost 16 years. And
17 years to be.
yeah, right. And people played it in different ways. People played on the keyboard, people played on the PlayStation Portable, people played on the PS4 controller, people played in the arcade.
Right.
So it really just kind of depends on which game you played and what type of which controller like you feel most comfortable with. So in terms of you were trying to start out the game, I personally go with keyboard. I think keyboard, I feel like, is the most simplest way to go if you're trying to start the game out. The game is available on Steam, and I mean, I don't want people to get into what do you call it? What's the word?
Intimidated.
Intimidated, right? I got a brain. I'm like trying to do 5 things at once with my brain.
Okay.
But you don't want to get too intimidated with this showcase. I'm obviously just trying to showcase like the game, what the game has to offer. But there are lower levels to the game where you can start out and kind of just get your reaction time going, listen to the songs that you like and things like that. So there's definitely a good entry level in terms of wanting to learn the game. So a lot of beginner friendly songs and modes. Can't say that a lot about most rhythm games, if you want me to be completely honest, but I think DJMAX does a pretty well job of it.
Like I've actually only picked up this game recently, but I've been really enjoying the amount of stuff available to learn the all the various game modes to it. It's been a really nice learning curve.
Right. So I also wanted to reiterate. So right now, some people might be noticing, hey, there's more than 4 buttons on the screen now. Like you were just playing 4 buttons. So right. So there are different button modes in this game. So you got 4 buttons, you've got 5 buttons, 6 buttons, which is my personal favorite, and the almighty 8 button. So there are 4 different types of modes to play in DJMAX specifically. So I'm kind of just going through every single one, just to kind of showcase that. So yeah. So that was 5 button. I'll be doing 6 button next.
There is also kind of the slightly weird aspect that every button's named mode, there's actually 2 kind of extra buttons on top of it.
Wait, what was that again?
Like, so in 4 button, there's technically 6 different things you need to hit.
Oh, so it combines 2 buttons. So
Yes. Or yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, remember everyone, these are game masters. They've been playing this for a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you
Right.
if you seem intimidated but you still want to try it, honestly, just like go for it. It's a good time, and you can obviously like go throughout the skill set. It looked like there are different levels. Can y'all talk about sort of, I guess, the ranking of songs and stuff?
Yeah, sure. So the game itself has a rating system of 1 to 15.
Okay.
So this song specifically I'm playing is a 10. So it's a little bit more on the harder side. But like I said, there's a lot of songs and a lot of songs available in the game that are very, very beginner friendly and allow you to kind of get your feet wet, you know, in the game itself. And you know, as you keep playing, you know, you try and as you gain more comfortable with your eye to hand coordination, you know, you start kind of challenging yourself a little bit with the harder songs, and then that's just the natural progression of like rhythm games. You just keep pushing yourself, honestly. So see what you can, what you can't do, and if you can't do it, you keep practicing. So yeah.
I always found it so cool that they also include sort of like a music video to like each one. So it's like there's they add more art
music
and
video.
music, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I think attracts a lot of people to music games as well, is that the background videos, the art, like just the visuals, that really draws a lot of people in. So here's an example of me getting a 90% instead of all 100%. So I missed one.
Oh, you did
I got a
that.
90%, so I didn't get a perfect play, but that's okay. You know.
You still got a Z with a crown on it. So that means something.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
That's an S.
Well, it looks
Yeah. Or an S. Yeah.
yeah,
It could be a
can y'all
Z too
tell
because
chat-
it rotates.
Can y'all tell chat that
Right.
I've never played this game before?
It's all good. I'd call it a Z too if I first saw it because it likes to rotate. So. All right, let's see. Next song, we're gonna be doing 8 buttons now. So what the 8 button mode uses is the shoulder buttons. So I'm using the face buttons right here, and I'm also using the left and right shoulder button. So let's go.
Don't die.
Don't die. Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome. About to get some sour please in chat.
I like the song a lot, actually.
So Freaky, what is sort of like your game level right now with this? Like where are you comfortable?
So, so I'm not perfecting anything first off, but in 4 key, just because I have a lot of kind of 4 key game experience from other games, I'm
Right.
actually able to clear 14s and actually full combo like 11s or so.
Nice.
But on all these higher button counts, I'm hanging out in the 7s to 9s generally.
Hey, I mean that sounds pretty good to me, honestly. I'd be a baby
no,
gamer who
it
started
is-
like 1 or 2.
And I mean, that's fair. It's actually kind of interesting that with rhythm games, a lot of skills transfer over from game to game.
Oh yeah.
So like if you already good at one game, you can learn other rhythm game quite easily and maybe learn it pretty quick actually. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that just like they were saying, a lot of different skills from different rhythm games kind of transfer over. Like reaction time, like just inherent timing. Sorry, I'm like talking and trying to.
You don't have to apologize. You're kicking ass. So
Thank you. But yeah, different types of different types of skill sets can transfer over between different rhythm games. Like just like I was saying, like just having inherently good timing in general for music, being able to keep up with rhythm, and also being able to read like notes falling down really fast.
Yeah.
That's definitely skills that can be transferred over. Even if you've never touched the game before, that's a skill that can be used in very many different rhythm games. There you go. Okay.
Oh my god, this song is such a classic.
Yeah, in the DJMAX scene, this is probably one of the more popular songs for sure.
Open your
Yeah.
eyes, open up the clear blue sky.
So quite fun fact. So this song has 2 versions. So this one is the English version, and it has also Japan version. If I'm
Yeah,
not
Japanese.
mistaken.
Yep, it's a Japanese version.
Japanese version. Yeah.
So I take it like for controller support, it's just like whatever your Steam can support, or does it specifically have to focus on like a PlayStation controller?
I think anything works because
Yeah.
well
I mean,
I don't know
it's
because
pretty
I played at keyboard
Like,
so maybe chaos.
technologically, anything works, but ergonomics wise, something
Yeah,
PlayStation like is probably recommended if you're doing controller.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess also too, kind of just for the if you want to recreate that experience from back in the day, I think that's what like people use the PS. You would prefer to use the PS4 controller
Right.
to kind of recreate the PSP experience, I suppose. Yeah. Alrighty. Starting to get into a little bit more of the harder stuff now.
Kirby, hey, how's it going?
Hi, hello, wonderful. Thank you so much. DJMAX also has a huge soft spot in my heart, especially Ventilator. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's a sharp spot in my heart.
Jeez. Alright.
If you guys are familiar with the pivot animation, the stick figure animations, this is definitely, this music video is perfectly encapsulating that.
So
Y'all remember?
where are you at in terms of skill on like the 1 through 15 and 4 through 8 button combination?
Ooh,
I know, asking the hard
can-
questions.
Let's go for Kirby, okay.
Alright.
yeah. Oh man. I feel like John could do literally any and all 15s with any button combination. As for myself, I can pass a few 15s, and by pass, it's pretty decent, I guess. Still in the 90s, but
I mean, passing is passing. We'll take it, you know.
that's how I feel in college after I got my first midterm.
Yeah, C's get degrees, friend.
Same.
C's get degrees.
Same.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Watson, do you want to kind of like talk about like the difference between like the different mindset in terms of passing and scoring?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So, because we did talk about passing and scoring just earlier, and for many
Right.
players just starting to get into the game, passing, in this case, your health just remains not at 0, and you don't get the game over, right? You actually survive to the end of the song. That's an achievement of its own. But then, look at that max combo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is actually like one of the boss songs in the trilogy series, and along with a few other ones. So this is definitely within the hardest, top of the top. But as far as passing would go, you can actually get away with a lot of things. Like if you're a really good player, you could basically miss a whole section and still be okay. But scoring would be the pursuit for that perfection and to get like as maximum score as possible. In other words, all that straight 100%. And when you actually do have to break down each technique and each moment in the song to go, okay, this needs perfect execution, then it's a whole different pursuit because you can't get away with things anymore. Like, oh, I can just cheese this and I can't read this. It's okay, I'll skip it. That's basically how scoring just no longer that applies.
Right?
And even as as you progress in scoring, that becomes more and more, that one part where when you were just getting your score from barely past the decent, you were still kind of doing sloppily. As you work towards that perfection, that you can't get away with that anymore.
So we have here that Chaos is playing a very classic song, Son of Sun, from the DJMAX Technica series. And so this song is by Shinji Hosoe, or also you may know him as Sampling Mega Master, and so Sampling Master Mega. And this GABA style was an incredibly popular subgenre in not only rhythm games, but just hardcore electronic music.
It really was. It was very different for its time.
Especially when this song is first came out in 2008, maybe 2008 or 2009. So yeah, this is like a quite new genre for the rhythm game, and this song is actually one of the boss song, one of the hardest song in the game in DJMAX Technica 1.
This was definitely one of those, hey, raise that volume up in the car, freaky, you know?
Oh my goodness, I can imagine you saying that too.
I know, right? Now we have, there's actually a lot of songs in rhythm games that are remixes of classical music. And so
This
D2,
is one.
it's a remix of Kamel Saint-Saëns' Dance Macabre.
Dance Macabre.
Yeah.
But the history behind this is, of course,
This is
pretty easy to license the classical music that's in the public domain, but some great songs have come out of it, so we'll take it.
Yeah. So this song is maybe some for someone in the chat like playing DJMAX Technica from the early years. Maybe they recognize this song is maybe the hardest song in the game. Even it's progressed like DJMAX Technica 1, 2, and 3, this is still like the hardest song for the game. No one even in the Korean server, no one can perfect play it on the game.
DJMAX is originally a Korean game, and a lot of the best players hail straight from Korea as well. Oh, look at that. In a 5-button setup, you can alternate between keys to get into that middle. That jackhammer pattern is what we typically call that one. You know, one thing that always impresses me is the ability for Chaos to not only just talk while playing, but maintain 100% max accuracy while doing it.
Aw,
Yeah,
you
that's
had to
okay.
curse him, didn't you? You had to curse him.
You see it.
It's great, yeah.
Oh, dangerous curse. No worries, no worries. That's a pretty tough section, honestly.
Oh my god, that's a lot of alternating to then go into the left and right columns, and look at that. Oh.
And more jackhammers.
I raised my record there.
Oh dang.
Nice,
in-
nice, good
Yeah.
job.
In 5 buttons,
thank you.
the unique chart design allows you to have one column share 2 possible notes, to which then you can alternate your keys, or if you're masochistic, 1 key only.
Yeah, if you're masochistic, yes, well, you can do 1 key, but that's a lot of forearm power there.
Oh, our next song is by Tanuki, and Right Back is a more recent tune in Technica 3.
Shoutouts to Tanuki.
Yep.
He makes amazing music.
Yep. As early as this song, that it already like 10 years old for this song.
Right. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
That's early.
Did you guys know 2011
Like,
was
the
30 years
Technica-
ago?
yeah.
Oh.
Because so the arcade version itself, it was released first in 2008. Oh, I'm sorry, 2009, and it goes until 2011. No, I'm sorry, 2013. Early 2013 when they just decided to shut down the server.
A very sad moment.
It's just it's just a sad moment for us, the DJMAX players, especially the technical communities.
And it's
Yeah, this song is really hard.
these complex rhythms just are very hard to deal with, especially Chaos is now using a 6-button combination, to which feels a lot like a traditional rhythm game at many aspects, but when you're playing at this high level, and you're able to switch cleanly between the two, it's very much impressive just to see.
Yeah, there's just so much going on right now. Yo.
There is a side accessory overload, yeah.
99.94.
Okay. So, for this next song, we're gonna be switching it. We're gonna now be switching controllers. So now say bye bye to the PS4 controller.
Oh.
Alrighty. So now we're
This
bringing in.
next tune. Oh,
We're bringing in good old KGB here. All right.
The game.
welcome to
gamer.
ASMR Hour.
Right. You guys, welcome to ASMR. You guys are probably gonna be hearing a lot of it. So. And also
Now-
kind of to pay homage to this song, because this song originally came out on the very first
yeah.
DJMAX online experience in 2004. So it's the
Yeah. The real classic of DJMAX.
Oh my god. But this is so notorious. Just because it's 170 BPM and it's an incredibly happy hardcore genre, it's a very difficult chart. In fact, one of the most difficult in my opinion. It's relentless.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Holy bucket.
Yep. As you can see, like there are notes like right and left, and you cannot do that at the controller.
Oh yeah.
I guess this is a good time because I need to plug in. So GDQ, some of best segments is a highlight channel with small highlight reels for all of our main events and hotfix. If you use ! highlights in the Twitch chat, you can learn more. Basically, we take segments from this show today and show them off in our highlights channel. So it's more of like a condensed, like, what happened this week that was super cool kind of channel.
Thank you for the highlight on that. Oh my. I sure hope we'll see Chaos over in that reel as because
for sure.
That's disgusting.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Appreciate the compliments.
Oh. Yeah, the first time when the word disgusting is being used as a compliment.
That's gross, right?
It's crazy how this is the cooldown right here. As we then move back into the run back, the relentless section. And
See, anytime
don't worry
that y'all
about that
use-
combo drop.
Anytime that y'all use the term cooldown, I'm just like, well, your fingers are still like going a million miles an hour, so like I don't think that's technically a cooldown. Like,
It's like how
I think I will use that term more often in the maimai maimai later on.
oh my
Pretty
god,
much
these
the same.
doubles.
Where you let your subconscious take over as opposed to the faster stuff where, I mean, it's still a lot of subconscious, but you also have to be focusing.
This sort of section is the complete opposite of the
Oh my
cooldown, that
God.
end climax. How do you do those staircase doubles?
I mean, am I allowed to make an excuse? I'm kind of cold right now. it's cold where I live right now.
Only getting a 98. Oh.
Yeah, only getting a 98. So, alright. Let's moving on. What were we doing this in? Okay, we're doing
Now, this is one of the more recent tunes in DJMAX Respect, if I recall correctly.
Yep. This is included in the DJMAX Respect V extension pack. When the full retail game came out, they included I want to say like 15 new songs with the full release, and this was one of them. Cool video too.
Right. You get to see a great complete compare and contrast, I suppose, to some of the more older song compositions and these recent tunes. And also, I guess the music video, since for a game like DJMAX, for every song having a unique background animation, it makes everything, the whole experience, a lot more memorable and giving you more attachment to a song. So it's really makes itself have a complete package.
Yeah. It's actually pretty generous in that when you full combo a song, but on any difficulty, you unlock its music video just to view on its own. I've definitely used that quite a few times to
That's
go back
right.
and check out some interesting ones.
yeah, see, we're having a DJ Max Respect party, and like I'm not even playing the game, but I'm vibing, you know. Like,
Oh yeah.
Hey, let's go. That's the whole point. We want everyone to vibe.
yeah.
These are good times.
Maybe like for those who just wanted to just focus on the game, you can turn off the background video as well. Like in the option, they have the option for that, and you just completely focused on the charts and try hard to hit everything.
There are
Little
some
less
settings.
distraction.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I personally still play. I mean, I know a lot of people like to turn off the background videos because, like Ethan was saying, yeah, it's it definitely does get a little distracting. But I personally enjoy having the music videos on still, no matter what. So I don't know if that's just like that's definitely just a preference thing because I know a lot of people like to turn it off, but I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
leaving it on. I don't know.
Heck yeah. You can also,
I was gonna say,
Wow,
I
that's
personally
combo.
wind up. Wow, I personally wind up meeting in the middle where I dim the backgrounds but leave them on, which is also.
You
Oh, yeah,
can
yeah.
dim them
I just
as well,
was-
too, yeah.
yes.
I was just going about to say that. Yeah.
Not only can you change the background, you can also change things like note skin appearance and
Oh, cool.
even your skin of the general DJ table.
That's
And
right.
so,
Let me do that really quick for you guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll
put the
change it
most
up.
distracting one right there. Like,
Do I want to do? Here, we'll do. I'll do a good one here. Where's the cats one?
oh,
Oh,
heck yeah.
Oh yeah, the cats.
cats? Here we go.
And
Cats.
change the gear.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
change the gear as well, maybe.
What's the most obnoxious one?
I
You can
feel,
have. Here, let me see. You can have a cute bunny girl watching you while you play with cats falling. There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody,
This is the
welcome,
only way to.
welcome to my show. If you don't know, I play only kawaii games, and apparently I have taken over the hotfix culture, and Game Masters is kawaii only now. That's Oh my god, look at the cats. And they jump up at you too, so it's an even more like distracting thing because they don't go under the line. Oh my god.
Exactly.
What have we done? What have we done, chat?
I kind of feel bad that this is what we're doing to this demo song, which is
Oh right, that's true.
it's Demo is a cross mobile game, and DJMAX actually does have a lot of collaborative music that are from other rhythm games, so that you may be familiar with. And so, yeah, we're paying tribute Kawaii style.
Yeah.
Hey, if anyone wanted to pay tribute to me and just put like cute cats everywhere, I mean honestly, like I'd be honored. So I don't know.
So yeah, as Kirby mentioned before, DJMAX has, for the Respect franchise, like they have some of the game collaborative games, like maybe if you know Guilty Gear or Nexon, even Groove Coaster, and other rhythm games such as Sidus, Demo, and Tunitum. Yeah, this is one of the collab songs with Demo.
That's right, I think. And my God, it's just these cats are too mesmerizing. I can't. Neto Atsume got nothing on this now.
I'll bring up the whole notes remind me of a gameplay aspect we haven't mentioned yet, which is a thing that DJMAX does, is that it actually cares about when you let go of hold notes. So in the middle of everything else, you have to make sure you release your hold notes at the correct time.
Yes, if you accidentally if your key remains held during the hold note, you would end up with like a 1%, and that can definitely tank your accuracy.
Yeah, it's been while learning this game, that's been a skill I've had to learn because other games I play don't do that.
It's definitely a controversial kind of mechanic for some rhythm games, and but you know, follow the rules fairly. And look at that, an impressive S rank right there.
Especially considering all the cats.
Yeah.
Considering the cat,
What else?
cat percent, you did great.
Thank you. I'm
That
trying to
was
see if there's anything else that we could use really quick. I mean, it doesn't fit the song itself, but like, you can use hearts if you want. We'll use the cat. We'll now actually use cats in the bucket though.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
AirAngel, is this your aesthetic?
I mean, look. I feel seen and called out at the same time.
Adorable.
Like,
Oh, look
oh
at
my
the
god,
cats!
it's
Oh my
literally a cat
god!
scratcher. Cat. I can't.
Wait, why are the hearts getting broken as you're pressing them?
Oh my god, we're breaking hearts. you have turned the cats into like anti-Cupid. The
This
cats
is
are
what
just
happens
sitting
when
there
you
like,
don't give them
you
weapons.
have a heartbreak. Sucks to be you. Like, Jesus, I feel like they're mocking us now.
Yeah, that's definitely an evil smile now.
Right.
Well, the cat on the left just doesn't want to be here.
And there's always one cat that doesn't want to be there.
I mean, that's
Right.
fair.
Isn't this a central story song in Sidus?
Yes.
And we have cats and heartbreaking. Oh my goodness, that's a staircase of wow.
Oh my god.
Cats featuring
For me
staircase.
personally, I can't play a 5-key, like 5-button songs. Like, it's too complicated for me to have it switched up between in the middle notes. Like, oh, when should I use my right hand or when should I have my left hand?
Yeah, one big note about doing these kinds of staircase patterns is that while it looks very beautiful, that middle column is shared by 2 keys. So what's your flow like?
Yeah, definitely agree on you. Kind of end up appreciating 6-note more. Just tell me what's what, you know? Just don't make me have to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what makes. I think that's what makes 5-key like its own, like really hard in its own way. Like it's. It really confuses me sometimes. And some of these charts are really well done too. They're constructed so well that it takes advantage of being able to use both sides of the keyboard, and it's definitely challenging. So I super appreciate that.
It's a lot like how if you end up just relying overly on your dominant hand, like say your right hand is just doing literally everything in the middle column, you're going to tire that out and your accuracy
Right.
might actually take a hit. DJMAX is one of the very few games that has decades of experience creating these kinds of vertical scrolling rhythm game charts. And just the fact that you can have an accessible game that you can play not only 4 keys, 5 keys, 6 keys, even 8 keys is really awesome to experience.
Whew.
Gosh. Wow. That is so close to the 99 though.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but yeah. All right, we're moving into the Tune Them and Groove Coaster collab song. So
Yep.
yes,
One of
So-
these things here you got to keep in mind is a lot of these songs have overlap into other rhythm games. So this is from Tunism. Ray Tuning is a very cute song by Naya to Alien, who's very well known for Vocaloid hits like Alien Alien and some Solar System Disco. And so this one's an incredibly cute Tunism original. Keep in mind that you may be seeing these songs over on maimai as well, so take a look at how these charts are composed and how the rhythms are to just kind of get an idea about what exactly DJMAX is giving you as the most difficult of the difficult.
So yeah, so Tunism itself is a VSRG game from Sega arcade game, actually, with an extra note in the, so you need to lift your hands to the air sensor. You have that. I think that's what makes Tunism different from other games.
Yeah, they put that air
yeah.
sensor to good use to actually make you do a lot of interesting hand motions that they couldn't really force if it was just the touch zone.
It makes you feel like a conductor when you actually are playing it.
yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
This dance is so
But
cute.
I think, yeah. But sadly, like I think Tunism itself, it's not in the US. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's
Or the,
not officially, unfortunately.
Although,
yeah.
I believe we have decent amounts of confirmation that it is on the way. So that's exciting.
Oh, can't wait to see you guys play
Another
Tunism.
reason for me to obsess over.
Yeah. More money to go to turn away.
Okay, guys, get ready for the actual cooldown.
Yep, right here.
This is the real
This is the
cooldown.
cooldown.
Yeah, okay.
Cooldown's over.
Cooldown's over, right?
Now cooldown is over.
Okay, we're back, guys. This part is so cute. Here comes a Bakyun, just like shooting, bang, bang, bang. Like that. With her cute space ray gun.
This song is so much fun to play. Like, this is maybe like one of my favorite songs in Tunism. Maybe, I mean, also there's a lot of more songs in there, but I think this is like put some place in my heart to play this. Like I having so much fun playing this song.
A very
song.
solid max combo.
Yeah.
New record.
Thank you. All right.
Now this is a
More crazy.
If you remember
More
Son
crazier.
of Sun, now this one is also by Shinji Hosoe in a Sampling Masters Mega alias, and this is a favorite. The wheel to the right is quite a wacky, very wacky tune.
This is wacky. I mean, that's definitely an understatement. This song's wacky.
Bring this to a kid's birthday party, and
What? As you see a chainsaw clown, I just want to run away.
You mean you never had chainsaw clowns at your birthday party?
Why is this chainsaw clown just being so casual about this? Like, they just show up with the chainsaw and never, like, oh, that's fine. Put it over there. That's fine.
Yeah, here you go. One of the biggest difficulties in this chart is its high BPM and the incredible concentration of triples and even like quads of simultaneous notes you have to press.
Matching the weird song, this song tends to have a weird chart in pretty much every game. Here's no exception.
Yeah.
They heavily follow the samples, as you can kind of get an idea with this artist name.
Yeah, maybe you can see this song how it charted in the maimai a little maybe.
That's an eyes emoji over there. So the very interesting aspect about this kind of rhythm in this song is that it's a lot of eighth rhythms, but not as many 16ths. And yet, well, okay, never mind. Besides that. And then here it changes time signatures.
Yep.
Quite the waltzy moment over here. Gosh. So, Chaos, do you just match that section?
No. I mean, not really.
Oh, it's so hard to read.
I mean, I can read it, it's just my fingers don't want to move that fast sometimes. Again, I blame it on the cold.
Well, if you can read it, you're really like the Rosetta Stone right here because, man, you just have that on clear.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So if you like listen to the lyrics set, the song give like Sega no game wa. I forgot what's the Japanese, but it's roughly translated into Sega's music game is the best.
Is that really what it says? That's actually kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like Sega no game wa sekaiichi.
Sega no game wa.
Ah, interesting.
Utsu Ichi, I think. Something Ichi, like number one.
Oh yeah, Utsuichi.
Sega's music game is number one. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Now this is
Now-
one of the original final bosses of Groove Coaster, which might be a arcade game you might be familiar if you visited around one.
Yeah.
So
Groove Coaster player in the chat.
this kind of tune feels like a nod to a lot of older, like JRPG boss battles even. It just has that kind of older melody to it, but make no mistake, it's definitely a very challenging song that you can see for yourself about how much doubles that have to be navigated through.
Especially with the weird beats like and rhythm.
Nice, you get kind of
So the background
yeah,
itself.
you get a double showcase
Yeah,
here,
sorry.
because the background video is the Groove Coaster chart.
That's right.
Yeah.
The interesting difficulty about Groove Coaster is that Groove Coaster only has basically 2 round fun buttons that you can just tap, flick to the sides and everything else. But the game essentially acts as like a single column on rails. And so a lot of note difficulties require you to just simply alternate and just try to manage and how to read and finagle around. And yet, when Got More Raves has ported itself over to these other rhythm games, they simply have all these doubles and incredibly complex jazz-like rhythms.
And it's not even jazz.
It's not even
With this
jazz.
odd thing.
It's not even jazz, says the jazz listeners.
Oh no.
I think it's very fun with your frustrations of missing is literally like, wow, I can't get through
Every
this.
rhythm game player ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that moment when you just realize, oh no, I missed one note, and you just breathe out like, like a big sigh moment.
Or the one I've seen well documented is the rhythm gamer head shake, where you just keep playing.
The rhythm gamer
yeah.
I think a speedrunner would have that too if their one frame trick doesn't seem to land.
Hey,
Exactly.
we all go through just you miss one thing out of a million. Wait, I did alright. I was like, shut up and let us give you a compliment.
Right.
Yeah, right. I could have saved a few
I'm trying to learn how
frames.
to take compliments better. So
Yeah.
appreciate you guys.
Just as a heads up on
Okay, so-
time, we are about 45, 46, 7 minutes. Sure, I'll
40,
give, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So,
Perfect.
So this song is called Garakuta Roleplay. It's supposed to be a maimai original, but I don't know why Sega put it on the tuning section.
I guess, yeah.
As you can see on the,
They haven't had a My
yeah,
crossover
especially
yet,
you can
so.
see on the, yeah. As you can see, like in the video itself, you can see like Garakuta Roleplay, and below that is maimai.
So this is one of the original boss songs in Maimai Green, which dates back to 2014. And it's by the artist of Hazelight, which you may be familiar with lots of cutie head shaking sounds. Also an incredibly wacky artist that loves these samples, but also these very brutal hardcore melodies.
we did have a question from Pat.
I think
Yeah, how long did you play?
How long have you been playing DJMAX? Specifically DJMAX since about 2004, 2005. And
I feel
there
like
was
some
like
people...
there was about like a good 6-7 year dead period in between because there was no new games being released. But once DJMAX Respect was released, that's when I started kind of playing again. So that's when kind of the scene got kind of revived, which is pretty sweet.
That's incredible. I feel like some newer players in Respect were born in 2004 and 2005.
yeah.
This
So yeah, so DJMAX itself has like I don't know, like a long no news about whatsoever about their game. Like that's after the Technical 3, if I'm not mistaken, like 2013. Then they just completely went dark, no news at all.
So yeah, once people heard about this game coming out, I think people kind of lost their mind a little bit. Like it was like the new
Yeah,
DJMAX news in like almost like 6 years. So yeah.
and
the first game since forever.
I honestly
Yeah,
never,
exactly.
I wouldn't have even imagined to see collaborative songs like this. This one coming up is Ikazuchi, which you may have seen over in Summer Games Done Quick. This one is by Takenobu Mitsuyoshi, who is, you may have known him from doing the Daytona song.
That's right.
Oh my god, this particular skin is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I always feel it incredibly threatening that someone as jolly and cheerful as Takenobu Mitsuyoshi, as our friendly Sega game song uncle, is literally making something this maniacally evil.
So I think like this song, particularly Ikazuchi, is one of the hardest song in the tuning. I think so. Yeah. And also this song is also on, if you guys play Sound Voltex, it's also there as the part of collaborative that they did once on with Demani and other Sega games. So yeah, maybe if you guys play Sound Voltex, you can play this song. This is the cooldown, quote unquote cooldown for you guys.
This is the cooldown. There we go.
Ah, this one, yeah.
Nice.
Even in cooldowns, you can't let your guard down.
Oh no.
Starting to build up to the curse.
Honestly, I've definitely had quite a few times where I've been playing DJMAX and like just let my concentration lapse during the cooldown and have a silly miss, you know?
Some stairs there.
Oh,
Oh, that's a fast stairs.
this section is one of the most
Staircase.
brutal.
So yeah, so about DJ Max, like the leveling itself, like this is a level 15, but there are other 15 that is much easier than this.
A big fun
And-
aspect of level 15s is that, or rather, rhythm games in general
I
is.
forgot
Oh,
there was another.
no. That was the human check. That was to make sure that you aren't using robotic
Not a bot.
implements.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of songs may have the same maximum level, but within there are songs that are harder than others. And while it could be very subjective, there are things
Yeah.
that are definitively much harder.
It's pretty common for, I'd say, most rhythm games to unintentionally get a little crowded around their highest end difficulties, where a lot of things get shoved into the same number.
Yeah.
So if you play Guilty Gear, you might recognize this song. Guys, any fighting game players in chat?
Nah.
I think lately Guilty Gear players are eating pretty well.
Eating well, which I think they are too.
It's definitely.
I think I only
Go ahead.
I tried to play fighting games, but I ended up just mashing all the buttons.
Don't worry, it's okay. When a fighting game player sees you mash buttons, they're probably mashing buttons at rhythm games too. So
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Fair. That's fair.
I'll have the meme with the guys handshaking and button mashing during sessions
Yeah.
where it doesn't make sense.
You put one side at rhythm games and one side the fighting games. The handshake just
Button
said
mashing when you don't know what to do.
mashing buttons. But I think, yeah.
We can all relate. I think what's always impressive about just how, like, the progression for rhythm games in general is a lot like a self-journey, especially where it's like, okay, I know I can improve in this way, but I just need to improve my muscle memory, figure out these techniques, and these certain unique songs have these particular tricks that you may have to get around. And to me, I feel like there are a lot of parallels genuinely to speedrunning. And I really appreciate a lot of those kinds of aspects. And it's honestly why it's like a constant hobby for myself. Oh my god, look at that new record max combo.
All right, we're at like 54 minutes.
54 minutes. All right, let's start. Let's start playing the stuff that I can't do yet. No. Or at least I cannot do properly. Let's see.
It's button mashing time.
Yeah. So here's one of them.
Oh my god.
This is really hard.
Oh god.
I like how it's really hard, yet you still have this S rank that's
Well, that's fine. The very next song after this, you'll see that there are songs that I still can't constantly beat. But yeah.
So as you can see again in the video background, it's just people playing the groove coaster charts in the So this song is, I think this is like one of the boss in Griff Coaster.
Yeah, that's right. Ouroboros. I think it's Frankie and Masaki.
Oh, it's oh, like that part.
Do you all know if there's like a Discord or like a community for DJMAX Respect? I know we were talking about it earlier about like some in-person stuff. I didn't know if there was something
yeah.
specific to this game.
I actually
There is the official DJMAX Discord, actually. I can't get you the link right now, but
I wonder why.
yeah, I wonder why too.
I just want to imagine that if you were to start giving us the link, it's just going to be a bunch of the home row keys.
Right.
And we'll be just like, ah, yes, perfectly. I understand that, yeah.
and that three note jacks there. It says Super Mario. Faster.
It's a lot of the terms that we may use are at least, well, not quite staircases and jackhammers per se, but a lot of terms we do use end up being straight from music theory. So when we talk about like eighths, that we talk about eighth rhythms and sixteenths, that those are inherently straight from music theory. We even share the same things such as like, oh yeah, it's 16 straight measures of these kinds of notes. And so a lot of the times, honestly, rhythm games really helped me learn a lot about music.
Yeah.
Now I can't, yeah, I can't say I have a fancy mixtape ready, but.
Oh, I actually raised my score. Wow.
Wow.
Ooh.
Incredible.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So yeah, so for the threshold to getting an S, you need to have a 97% or above
All right.
with an accuracy.
Now let's
yeah.
get utterly destroyed.
Okay, so is it?
Yeah, my
would you say
favorite
this is
song.
probably like the last song.
I would say this is the last song.
Okay.
Let's see if I can clear it.
Well, at the very end,
Yeah.
let us know, like say done or time or something, and then we'll make it official and stuff.
You got it.
Okay, so this is Sus, or I don't know how we call that. How you call it? Sus by Seon, I think. Yeah. So this song is released in DJMAX technically as their last song update, and one of the hardest song in the game too. Like the only 3 songs with level 12 in the top Technica. And yes, you can see why it's like one of the hardest songs in the game with a pattern like that. Yeah.
And not only is this fast, but all of these patterns are just very awkward to hit, which makes it tougher.
So when it is like a solid pink with multiple, do you have to like hold it throughout?
The solid pink is the
Yep.
fourth button.
Gotcha.
So that's what's being called.
And there's a green one too.
Yeah. That's what I was mentioning earlier, the secret fifth button on each side.
Right, the secret fifth button.
So to properly play 8 buttons, you need 10 key bindings.
Oh no, the jacks there. And this from this on, and this is like very hard to hit. And
It's relentless.
look at the notes.
It's an onslaught of doubles.
And now you added the pink notes.
Oh no, my health! Oh goodness, the blood! Wow.
Well,
Yeah, that's
DJ Max.
that's a mood. And
well that's
I'll call
DJMAX
I'll call
just-
time there. Time.
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
we basically showed that there's even higher skill that we saw today that all could be the Ultras game. That was like.
Thank you. Yeah, there's still for I mean that's what I love about rhythm games. I think there's always so much room for improvement. There's always setting the bar high. There are always people setting the bar higher, and there's always a room for improvement. So that's it's always an ongoing battle within yourself and with your peers. So it's great. I love it. So thank you for allowing me to showcase DJMAX Respect V.
Yeah, sure. If anyone wants to follow you, where can they find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on all types of social media. But I do stream this game and a lot of other music games on Twitch, on twitch.tv/chaos, which is my main username. You can also find my other social links on there as well. My Twitter is at a 40 ounce for breakfast. You can find me on Instagram at chaos the mass confusion, and yeah, just if you enjoy rhythm games, if you enjoy watching this, but you also like stuff like DDR, if you like other games, I'm basically a variety streamer, but I do have a focus on rhythm games. So if you enjoy rhythm games, please consider a follow. I really would appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Game Masters. I thoroughly appreciate just seeing that amount of skill on this on the show in general. But chat, stick around. We're gonna have maimai finale come up with Star Road Kirby, and the rest of the folks are gonna hang out and commentary for that as well. So stick around. We are taking a quick break. And welcome back, everybody. My name is AirAngel, and this is Game Masters, where the game is not made up, but the timer doesn't really matter. That's right. We really just want to dive into any kind of game, about the lore, about the game mechanics, about the art, about the culture, anything and everything about games. We want to know how to do it. And today we're doing a rhythm game showcase. And routing out the show tonight, we have Star Road Kirby 86 on maimai finale. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, things are swell. Oh man, I am ready to wash some laundry right here. Oh goodness. Okay, so if you may have remembered seeing maimai finale in Summer Games Done Quick, and that was an incredible spectacle of skills. But you know what? Maimai is a game with a plethora of songs with very unique techniques. And while we have seen Chaos's incredible skill in DJMAX, we want to show you some of the ways maimai highlights what is considered as the hardest kinds of songs, especially because we have this really freaky touchscreen button combination. And so we're going to show you some more songs that we haven't gotten to highlight during the Summer Games Done Quick showcase.
Awesome.
And yeah, definitely you guys all enjoy. All right, so the first thing I gotta do is we gotta log in, this whole bit, but just to quickly recap, maimai is a rhythm game where you just have to make sure you press the buttons with it. Look, we have Otohime here, okay? Here, have some boba. Oh, okay. Maybe not.
But yeah, just give us a countdown when you're ready.
Oh, absolutely, yes. So we'll just make sure that I have all of these kinds of set up. But Evan, feel free to also explain some of the mechanics and rules of the game as well. But to first start off everything here, maimai is a Sega rhythm game. And as a Sega rhythm game, well, okay, we have Daytona, but that's we have fun with Daytona, all right, guys? Instead, we're going to showcase Sonic today. And we have a Sonic Generations tune ready for you. And so we shall begin our run, or rather our showcase with Rooftop Run. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and count down, but when you guys are ready, all right. So that'll be a 3, a 2, a 1, and start.
Okay, everyone, welcome to maimai finale. It's a washing machine game originated from Japan by Sega. It was released early in July 2012. And what Kirby Play is the finale version. It was released in 2018. And now they have a new cabinet, but it's still on Asia and Japan. And it's called Maimai Deluxe. So yeah, if you see like there are some notes like that. That's both notes or each in Japan. So there's a few type of notes there. So there's a tap, which is the big one, and then a hold, which with like hook that, and slide, which is a star, that followed by a pad, and the player must tap on the star and slide along pad following the star.
So that's where most of the interesting tech and patterns in maimai comes from, is mixing these taps with these slides. 'Cause that's really where they get your arms moving.
Yeah. And if you see that those red yellow ring, that's called break notes, and it gives more points than one tap.
A comment from chat: waiting for your clothes to wash would be much more intolerable if machines came with my build. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I do love that the washing machine joke has actually gotten far enough that they have done cross promo with an actual washing machine
Oh
manufacturer.
my god. That is
That I didn't know, that's hilarious.
that is the combination.
Right.
So again, as Kirby said before, as this is a Sega song, you can and a full combo over 100 achievement as well.
Solid.
So yep.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. If I didn't get that, that would have been an oof top run.
So yeah,
But,
you can intro the next song.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So in
Yeah,
case
yeah.
that song may have been a little bit really speedy and fast, well, we got you something a little more reasonable, okay? We'll show you more about the details of these mechanics with a very nice Vocaloid song called Chinebai Inoi. So it's very gentle, friendly, pleasant, and simple to follow along. So go ahead.
Is he being sarcastic or just like?
No, look
Okay.
at nice and slow.
It's
Okay, y'all.
this is
y'all
like
are
a
about
little
to
slow
be
songs
debated.
and very chill.
Chat, don't fall for their lies. Don't fall for their lies. They're game masters. They know what they're doing.
So yeah, maybe Freaky, can you just explain about how the slide works and breaks?
Yeah, did want to add first. You noticed on the last one he got over 100%, and that's because of these break notes, these red and yellow notes.
Yeah.
Which, first off, are just worth 5 times as much as a normal note, so they're very important. But on top of that, they have extra accuracy inside of that, which will give you up to 100 bonus points, and those bonus points are what can push your total over 100%.
Oh, wow. So it's like an optional extra
So-
credit points.
Pretty much.
Yep. So it's like if you play Guitar Hero, it's like the star power. If
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing. Yeah.
Pushes your multiplier in there.
It's okay. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Notably, that was a break
Yeah,
note
you
you
got
just
this
missed, so that was pretty harsh, actually.
Yeah, that's like minus 5,000.
Yeah.
Blind me.
So the break itself, it has a different score depending on how accurate you hit the notes.
Yeah, it's the window for those bonus points is much tighter than the normal notes.
Yeah. So if you hit like a perfect frame, you get total 2600. And look at that.
Yeah.
A half spin double.
See? Nice and simple patterns, right?
Very, very simple.
And one big spin at the end.
Yeah, that didn't get the 100 because that one red yellow note, you know? It's like in the exam and then you miss the weighted question where 25% of the exam. That's okay, don't worry about it. It's everything's all good. But yeah, very friendly, very fun. So one of the big things you may have noticed in maimai is the fact that there's these stars and these directional arrows, and so that's a slide note. And we haven't been able to showcase a song that utilizes those slides as wonderfully as this tune called Selector. So this song is an art piece, okay? Put this up
Yep.
over at the Met, you know, you got this. It's just beautiful. Boom.
I'll use this song to get a bit more into how slides actually work, because
Yep.
not totally obvious. the first thing to note is every slide starts with one of these stars, but it doesn't actually start moving until one beat later, which this song takes full advantage of.
And it also take how they try to chart how slide should work and how the slide pattern. They really I think did a great job for this song. And a circular slides. Yeah, so this song has like one of the highest amount of slide notes in the game with 245 slides.
And Kirby is having to be very careful here when there's a lot of slides at once, and because it's very easy to touch too much of the screen while doing one slide and just completely do another slide early.
Yep.
Like that.
So as you can see like that. Yeah. We just fixed it. Okay.
Here we go.
A build up to the hardest part of the song. There's a bunch of overlapping slides incoming.
Yeah. Another headache you encounter with slide spam is if you miss a slide, they have a pretty wide window, and therefore it'll stick around for quite a while, blocking the future slides you need to be reading.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good. Okay, that's still solid.
You actually did pretty good on the last part there.
I'm a lot more consistent at that ending now. It's like, woohoo! Yeah, that is something. Now, that's a more recent maimai chart. Maimais have been a game since 2012. And some of the earlier songs are uniquely difficult. So we're gonna show you a song from the Yakuza series. And this is an old song, so you'll see how unique the difficulty is here. And, it's Yakuza, so enjoy! Konanjanai!
Yeah, so this is Konan Janai from Yakuza series, and it was released back in Maimai Green, which was released in 2013. And as you can see here, like how different the charting for the older pattern, and with selector, which is more recent into the game.
Yeah, they definitely, as with most rhythm games, got a lot nicer at charting as time went on.
Yeah.
What does this go to anyway? Oh, this part's Twister.
So for the hold itself, you need to tap and hold it until the note ends. And look at that slide.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
It's actually interesting that that's a thing that DJMAX and maimai share that's not common in most rhythm games, just that they check the end of holds.
Yeah.
Maimai actually removed that in Deluxe, so I guess that kind of shows the general opinion on it.
So I think like for that, so people can learn the game basics pretty quickly to remove that part of the game with the holds.
Oh, shoot, I got it!
And that's a full combo and an exact
Hey,
100.
Oh,
Let's go.
Right there. Let's go! Alright,
100
I
flat.
gotta thank Kiryu for that. Oh my god, that's amazing. Now, we've seen an old song, right? Let's show you on the flip side about what makes a hard song now. We'll show this off with a good old classic Toho bop. Imperishable Night 2006, 2016 refined. Now this song may have been 2006 or 2016, but this came out in like 2019, so don't worry about it. Years, am I right?
I mean, I don't really know what year it is. Either.
Yeah.
It's true.
So this is Imperishable Night 2006. It's from Toho Project, and this is like more recent charting. If you can maybe differentiate with the previous song, Conan Janai, and you can see like how nice the charting flows with Kirby's hand and the note itself.
Yeah, it's tough to tell just looking at the screen because it does look just like a lot more notes, but the actual motions it's having Kirby do are a lot nicer than in that Yakuza song.
I feel like if the inputs go somewhat along with the beat, I think that would be a lot more visible, but I think y'all said like some of the bonus stuff is like, is it offbeat or is it just random on the other side of the screen?
I mean, I don't think anything in this is too offbeat. It'll just, a more common thing in older chart is it'll just tap to like an instrument that's not the main instrument you're hearing. It'll be like a
gotcha.
bass line or something.
Yeah.
Yep. So this song is known for its heavy tap pattern, like what Kirby played now in this particular part. It's just full of taps and maybe a bit of spins. And yeah. And half spins like that. Yeah. It's much modern than the previous song.
I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point.
And
Oh my
a full
God.
combo. Let's go. And almost a 100
Yeah,
also.
I got a few on some break notes. but
Almost
we're
a
good.
triple S. Yeah.
Let's do this. That's quite a bit.
Kirby's on
Okay.
a roll right now.
I've been a little eager, so we guys gotta, tamp that energy down, So, you may have seen a song that's full of all these taps, but did you know that you may think, oh, can you play a slow song, Kirby, please? Can you play a slow song? Well, guess what? In my mind, slow songs are really technical and hard. So, here's your slow song, 79 BPM, April Showers. Why are slow songs so
Yeah.
hard, I wonder?
As I mentioned earlier, with slides, they start one beat after the star arrives. So when a song gets really slow, that is a really long time before the slide actually goes.
Right.
Yeah. As you can see, like how the slide really comes really late for the game, for itself to need to slide on.
It's okay.
So yeah, this particular song is pretty hard on terms of slides and actually quite stressful for the players when it first came out in the game.
Also, we got a quick demo there of Maimai likes using slides to make art and letters, and here it's April Showers, so they're making umbrellas. For a bit, then they just get back to cool stuff.
And also for some slides like this, you can just slide two slides at once, even though it started at a different time. So yeah, you can still get a perfect from that.
Luckily, these slide ending timings are pretty generous. The one saving grace here.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed watching watching Darrod play this over the years, or even just watching maimai players in general play, is that they'll slide like not exactly in tune with the music, but just as long as it hits that ending, then it still registers, right?
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
part of the slide where the timing is checked is the end of it. That's the only time timing
Right.
the slide matters.
You did a pretty good job, Kirby.
Yeah, it's on the way. That was a bit. I'm still a bit on the early side, so I might have a little too much boba in my system.
That sugar.
Blame the boba, okay.
Yeah. You know, speedrunners, rhythm games, fighting games, John's, excuses, all of it. This next song is a bop. It's called Don't Stop Rockin', and well, you may have seen how slides can be creatively made, but slides can be also creatively solved.
Yep. So this is Don't Stop Rockin' by... It was released on maimai Orange in 2014, 2015. And this song is known for its slide patterns that you can do anything. You can try to get it perfect on the slides. Like teasing it like that.
Yeah, it's taking advantage
So, yeah,
of the fact
tricky.
that not only is the end the only thing that's checked, but it turns out along the slides, they're only checked that you hit a few specific zones. It's not a very high detail touch screen. And so you can do a lot of cheese like that.
And one big speed.
I called that part earlier the windshield wiper.
See,
And another build up.
I see some people asking
Yep,
about
sure.
gloves. Yeah, they are, for higher level play, basically essential. The screen is not very nice to slide your hand along.
Yep.
And if you're doing button spins, you also definitely need them for that.
Yeah. You'll get hurt if you don't use the gloves.
Yeah.
And also this game, it really maximized both of the buttons and the touchscreen. So if you don't like you to play with buttons, you can just use the touchscreens.
Yeah.
And look at the cheese from Kirby right there.
Yeah, so that's a lot of different techniques of how you can complete a slide and still get them considered perfect. My God. Whew. That's something
Wide
else.
timing windows plus only against being checked equals lots of potential for cheese.
Oh, by the way, speaking of cheese, call me a charcuterie board because I love cheese and I want to show you more of cheese. And this is what we call our lovely set of utage songs, and many of these are kind of jokey and just for fun. And I want to show you one with Puyo Puyo. And so Puyo Puyo, remember how this game works. You gotta clear 4 Puyos in order to, just progress in the board, right? So what does 4 mean in my mind here? I don't know. What? What's going on? So check this one out.
Okay, so Utage itself, it's like it's like an April Fool charts in the game. Like, yeah.
It's
So if you
It's where they let the charters
Yep,
break
sorry.
the rules.
Yep. So if you think like the basics of charts in the non-Utage chart, no, it does not.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that in the Utage.
Right, since you're, it's breaking one of the most basic rules, which is you only have 2 hands, you should only be sending the player 2 notes at once, but
Yep. So yeah, it's like what Kirby just described how Puyo Puyo game works. So you need 4 bubbles to clear it. So in the maimai, they just put everything in for 4 notes or more.
you're taking full advantage of the fact that you can play this game entirely on the touch screen because unless you have huge hands, the buttons themselves are a bit too far apart to do these 4-note hits.
Look at Kirby just dancing around, having fun. And you can also use your elbow. If you just like 6 notes together.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. What a fun song right there. But you know what? That's not the only thing they can do with multiple notes, okay? Did you know that?
There's more rules to be broken.
Yeah, more rules we can break.
Yep.
Did you know that maimai can be a memory game? Yeah, it's true. You can play Simon Says. So we got here this song called Lamps, and it's an intermediate memory test. So let's
I
just
don't
see.
think I've
Big
seen
Brain
this
Academy.
before.
Yeah. So basically, when maimai have the new version, they decided to remove the utage, and they just delete all of these fun songs, fun chart to play.
Luckily, we still have them here. You know, they are preserved.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, this is Lance on utage. So the goal itself is you slide with your right hand and you need to memorize it on which slides to go first, and then you need to slide it on your left hand.
So it turns out that whole slide start 1 beat later, that's a charting rule that all the normal charts obey, but it's utage, so we're gonna break all the
Not on
rules.
utage. Yeah. So basically, like Simon Says on the right hand, you need to follow it with your left
Right,
hand.
I see it now. That's rude.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Especially with like the slow part in this song. Yeah.
I just follow along.
I guess luckily with the slow part, you can actually use the stars as a guide.
Yeah. And now with more slides to memorize.
And again, slides to memorize, and be careful you don't accidentally hit the wrong ones.
Yeah. And make sure to not hit the other slide at the same time.
That's still the best score I
Ooh,
got,
nice.
so it's cool. That's pretty good. Oh, blimey.
Maybe AirAngel will have something to say.
I
Or...
mean, I'm just like, what am I supposed to say, y'all? This is
Well, here's the nice thing about this.
popping off.
Look, you have memory games,
Yeah.
you have octopus stuff, but did you know that maimai has co-op songs too? Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can play maimai with multiple players, but I might need a second player to help me out with this, and well, it's kind of hard playing it by myself, okay? Let me tell you that much. If only I can have someone else too. Eh? Hey,
Oh my
this is
gosh.
Freaky 25 right here in the flesh.
Chat, I didn't know this was happening.
Well, we have a
Yeah.
second player out here, and why don't we go ahead and show you what a co-op chart can be? So,
Yeah. So in utage itself, they have some co-op charts. This is one of them. This is called Otohime Memory. Otohime Memory Utagation, I think, yeah. So the main goal of this song is the left player, they play with the normal notes, and the right player, they use the star notes.
I see it.
So
Okay.
yeah. So it's quite a showcase if you just want to showing it off to the people out there.
mesmerizing.
Even if it was meant to be like a joke chart, I think the concept itself is pretty cool. Just having something
Yeah.
chart, like when it's meant to be played by with just one person. For a game normally being, meant to be played by one person, having like a chart like this, where like you can incorporate like somebody else to play with you is pretty cool.
Yeah, so actually there are like one other song, it's called Hand in Hand, which requires to have 4 people at the same time, or even 8 for each button. Yeah. So yeah, that's like one part of the farewell song, or farewell chant, I think, for maimai to give us. And yep, as you can see, like Kirby just slide into the other player
Oh, I see.
area. Yeah. It's just so much fun when you can just play with your friend in one cap, in one part of the cabinet. And the song itself, it's just so much fun to play.
This is like friendship goals, honestly.
Yeah, this is definitely friendship goals.
Yeah. And that's
Nice.
Otohi Memory
I'll take
Takeshi.
that. Yeah, so there we go. Now, head back to commentary. Back to the commentary table there. Thanks so much, Bruce. Wow, that's a pretty good score. Let's go.
Yeah. And so much fun to play and
Yeah.
to watch. So.
Well, back to our regularly scheduled programming. You may remember how there were some songs we talked about that were in Tunism and in DJMAX. And
Yeah.
we're going to show you some songs that are in both Tunism, DJMAX, and maimai. And we're going back with our lovely Ray tuning. So check out how the difficulty is with this tune.
Hey, the song sounds familiar.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. So of course it's a Sega music game, so you have to put it on maimai. This is Ray tuning, as Chaos previously played on DJMAX, and this is how they play it, how they chart it on maimai. If on DJMAX, I think it's a lot of double
A lot
notes,
of chords, yeah.
and with a lot of chords. In maimai, they just put it on as slides.
A lot more slides on this one. Things are more targets are like the vocals. From what it looks like.
Yeah. It definitely like charted towards the vocals. Some of the melody as well.
Take this part out.
And one big speed.
Nice.
That's a quite fast speed actually.
This is why you wear gloves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Imagine trying to do that without gloves.
And yeah, for some songs, yeah. In some songs, you have like really short holds that you can just leave it just to tap it and directly slide with like what Kirby does previously. This is the cooldown.
Yeah, this is the cooldown. Here we go.
And more overlapping slides. So in maimai, if you forgot to drag along the lines with the slide, you just get a good judgment, and and a full combo from Kirby.
That was
I think that's your personal best, right?
nearly the best I. Oh, well,
This is the first time I got 0 tap rates, let me tell you that much. Yeah. The best I got was like 3 tap rates, so it's like, whoa! You know, so close. Wah! But that was a fun one. That was a fun one. Well, showing you some other tunes that have crossed over. Well, we got ourselves our favorite chainsaw clown at the birthday party.
Yep.
Yeah, it is coming back.
Wait.
So you remember those red yellow notes, right? The ones that are breaks that are worth way much? Yeah, I think there's 200 of them in this song.
Yeah.
Because of how the scoring works, it means this song has one of the highest potentials for score over 100%, but also it means there's so many places you just make bad scoring mistakes.
Yeah. So again, here's The Wheel to the Right by Sampling Masters Mika CD also. It was released in Maimai Murasaki, and it holds for one of the highest break note counts, or the red yellow notes, and the note count for that is 200 break notes. So imagine if you just screw up at that note, it will cost you a lot. Just throwing bricks left and right. It's kind of like everywhere. This I will give you a break. That I will give you a break. Add more slides. And more doubles.
Here's our cooldown, guys.
Yep, as what Kirby said, this is the cooldown of the song.
Saying that word. I don't think you know what it means.
Yeah.
I think you can agree, it's certainly less notes than it was before.
Yeah.
Count as a cool.
Is it left first? I think it's left first.
Left first, yes.
Okay, we're good.
Let's go. And here comes the ending climax.
That's a good
And it's over 100%, and it's on 101.
Wow. That's one of my best on this song. That's very good. Oh. Solid.
Yeah, good job, Kirby. Yeah.
Thank you,
The birthday clap.
Alright,
Obviously, it's the birthday cloud buff.
now we're gonna have a more rough and not so good job Kirby song coming up. If you remember how this order went, well, we're going into Got More Rays, the Groove Coaster boss.
Yeah.
This is charting.
The odd time signature song is back.
Very, very weird charting, so get ready for that.
Yep.
And again, the Groove Coaster chart is the background video. Classic. Although to be fair, Groove Coaster charts are kind of works hard in their own right.
They absolutely are. I love what they do with it. Like, with a lot of like the harder stuff. They can kind of draw from shit. It's so cool.
So in previous DJMAX, this song that is they utilize with the chords in the DJMAX, but in Hirmame they just put it on each notes in singular taps and tough slides like this.
Yeah, you can actually see the chart's doing a decent amount of following the Groove Coaster chart in like its own line that way.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of is.
Not strictly, but definitely a lot of inspiration taken there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this part actually, like, it's similar with the group coaster.
these double taps are so hard.
Yeah, especially with the like different taps and on temperature types. And especially you need to do a double tap and then to slide it right away. It's just so hard.
Smoke.
That's so good! Holy!
I think that's your personal best.
Yeah, that's my PB.
Like, judging by how you just popping off.
Holy
I think by far
cannoli!
that's his PP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By like, that's my first double S on that.
Wow.
Oh, is it? Wow, congratulations.
So, 0.75 over that bad boy. Let's go!
We're out here breaking PBs. Let's go.
I'd like to thank Boba, even though I blamed you earlier.
Yeah, don't blame the boba. You're game master,
Yeah.
Kirby. Don't blame
You're right,
the
you're right.
Don't
I was wrong,
have
AirAngel.
a cop out.
Speaking of cop out, I'm not gonna do well on this song, okay? So, get ready, guys. Garlic to Gall play on
Yeah.
Remaster.
Okay, so this is Garakuta Rule by TASing. This was released in My Green back in 2013, and this is their boss song. And this is like the first song to break the boundaries, because back then they only rate the songs until level 10. So this is like the first level 11 for the game. But what Kirby play now is the remaster. It is basically like an extra difficulty. Like if you play DDR, it's like a challenge, or maybe if you play Soundform, it's like the maximum chart.
A lot like sample text, they'll often go back to older charts to add these remasters, so that they can potentially give them a new life.
Yep. And yes, but the song itself, it was released in 2013, but the remaster chart, it was released in Milk Plus in 2018. And yeah, so the concept of remaster itself, it's basically giving an older song to have like maybe a harder charts, even though the master is already hard, but yeah. This is the ending climax. It's just really chaotic. Just slide left and right with the big spin really fast.
I got the S rank, though.
And
Still got the S.
and you got the S rank. Yep. So the way it's the achievement, the achievement work is like the same as DJMAX. If you get 97% or above, you'll get an S.
And now we're going to end this parallel part with a familiar tune. Our good old friend Ikazuchi. So you'll see once more about how things compare and contrast.
Yep. So
Okay, we got
this is because maybe this is like one of the hardest song in the game. So in finale you have level 13 and the highest level is 14. But in the recent version they rewrite everything, and they have like level 15 and the level 14 plus and level 14, etc. And this song particularly is on 14 plus.
They tried to relieve a bit of that pressure up in the 13s that we talked about, although
Yep.
how well they succeeded at that is of course still debatable.
I mean, yeah.
It is.
In any rhythm game, difficulty rating, you know, would be a hot topic to debate on. Honestly.
Yeah, on would say I think that the better thing that the re-rating in DX gave them was the chance to go back through their entire catalog and adjust ratings, which is a thing they don't do as
That's
often.
great. That's
As you can see, like the tabs, just following the buttons circularly. And that is really hard to follow with the
that look rude.
buttons.
That-
Yeah.
that's just
Even like
it looks very hard
Yeah.
because it is.
Right.
even like for me that has played this game for quite a while, I still have difficulties to play this song. Actually, like in DJMAX, like you have a really fast staircase and a lot of doubles. With this song, it's just go taps left and right and go everywhere. Especially this part. Oh god. Yeah, so that part you need to like slide with one hand and tap with the other hand with your left hand and oh my god.
Yeah, this is the difference between new and rude and old and rude charts. Here, if you play it correctly, you won't get yourself crossed up.
Right.
Yeah. You can still, playing it correctly is still very much a challenge.
Definitely. Oh, that was the windshield wiper of its own here. That is, if your windshield wiper comes with Obelisk the Tormentor.
How's your arm, Kirby? Is it's doing well or not?
You know what? It's actually more of my back hip, my below for some reason. I might have twisted a little. Oh, by the way, did you know it's the holidays, guys? Maimai has Christmas songs too, and yes, you will be subjected to listening to this. Happy holidays! Let's go!
It's the season, boys.
At least it's December, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's an
yeah. So this is Jingle Bell. It was covered by Takenobu Mitsuyoshi. It was released in the first version of Maimai back in 2012 as I think it's an April Fool's chart. And the remaster itself got released pretty recent. And look at those double slides. Also, I forgot to mention, like, there are slides that shape it like a Wi-Fi shape, like that. Yeah, you need to hit 3 sensors at the end. So 1, 2, something like that.
The hand positioning on those wide slides is actually pretty awkward to get right.
Yep. And the brakes just go ham on that. And big speed. GDQ spins in the chat, maybe.
And that's how you make Jingle Bells a 13.
Wow, that's close to triple S. That's my best score.
Nice.
nice.
Dang. Okay, well, it's December. Time of the year. Oh, wow.
You know, you might just beat my personal best score there, maybe.
Oh, I'm flattered. Evan is an incredible player who's been playing incredibly longer than I have. Well, Citrus Monster. This song is a bop.
Ah, yes.
It is basically what you consider as my favorite Maimai chart. Well made. Everything about it is crafted beautifully.
Yep. So this is Citrus Monster by DC, or maybe it's an alias for Sisho, if you guys know about him.
Oh, Sisho.
So
It's another Sisho.
yeah, Sisho. Yeah. And this is like one of the big charting, as I would say, for maimai, because this was released in maimai Pink Plus, and this is one of their challenge track. Challenge track, which is like you get a certain life and you need to clear it before the life had hit zero. And the way that works is, if you get anything below perfect, the life will decrease.
One of those.
So yeah. So when the song first released, it started on one life, and as you know, like some pro players just in Japan they just all perfecting everything, and they clear it on day one.
They gradually added more life to it over time.
Yep. But they eventually adding more life per. I think it was per week. So there's 1 life, 5 life, 10, 20, and 50, and a lot more. So this is like the tricky part of the song, which is you need to slide and do that. Also with the breaks, that is going to cost you a lot with the scores. Yep, and that's Hitler sponsored by C-Show. Or DC, I'm sorry.
That is something else right there. Man, I have little else of words to say on that. Other than, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, if you have remembered over in Summer Games Done Quick, we may have played Caliburn. I want to show this part off one more time because I want to share with you how parts can be kind of crafted like narratives too, and that some of these motifs might come along to sequel songs such as Excalibur. So, a little foreshadowing there.
Yep. Okay, so maybe Freaky, you can tell us about the background of the song.
Yeah, so Caliburn and Excalibur are actually part of a 5-song series by Team Grimoire that are all themed around Arthurian legend. I believe that's in order: Arthur, Bryamak, Caliburn, Downsleep, and Excalibur. And some of them are in my mind.
Yeah, there are actually 2 of them in my mind, which is this one, Caliburn, Story of the Legendary Sword, and Excalibur, Revived Solution. Maybe that's what Kirby shown us previously. And this song particularly, it was really famous with, this part, which is an iconic hand independence pattern, which in Japanese called kataban, where you just each hand do different part.
Each hand has to do a different part of the rhythm, and so you really have to be able to read and move independently. Very hard.
Yeah. Yeah. And the song itself, it's pretty chill for a song like this. You know? It's really fun to hear, but not fun to play.
Turn this up in the car!
So yeah, this song was released on maimai Orange back in 2014 as one of its hardest song at that version. And also, I like how they put some video in the back and how like the storytelling, what the character. And a heart triplet like that. This is the ending.
The classic, don't don't celebrate too soon ending.
Right.
Yep.
That's what I
Yep.
did earlier.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Yep.
Pretty good showing overall. That was on the right track of being a PB, but whew, you know, there are some moments where it's like, I just gotta work on those, but that's okay. That's always how it is with speed running in the like, right? All right, so Excalibur. Now this is the one where you gotta check this out. You may see a lot of familiar motifs in Caliburn, except ramped up because this is the sequel.
Yep. So this is Excalibur Revived Solution by Team Grimoire. So it's actually the last part, the last song on the. I forgot. I think it's the last song.
At least at the moment,
Is it right? Really? Yep. So yeah, as you can see back in the background video, they put a whole book as
For the,
one song
for the first
per
3
book.
songs.
Yeah.
It's also a fun example of comparing charts, but also rating crush. Both this and Caliburn are 13s, but this is universally agreed to be much harder.
Yeah. In Finland, this is the famous pattern kataban part. As you can see, this is so much harder than the Caliburn, and just really fast.
Much more
Has been like
complicated,
this.
switching much more.
Yep, and much faster.
It's a cooldown, guys.
And yeah. So if on the recent version, this is 14 plus, as Caliburn is 14. So yeah, they
did recognize it eventually.
yeah, they did recognize that this song is much better than the previous encounter.
Get ready.
Yep. Here comes the hard part of the song, which is just full of trills and half spins, and one big spin with alternate hands, like that, and double spins, and one big spin on the slide, big bursts, fast triplets, and yep,
Close. Okay.
yeah. Wow.
Right. Wow. Indeed.
And just as a heads up on time, we're about 54, 55 minutes.
Okay, gotcha. We're in towards our final stretch of incredibly difficult killer songs, so check this one out.
Yep.
Money, over here. So Helix and Gratia, maimai is a game of pattern recognition, and some of the patterns this throws are incredibly unreal.
Yeah, so this is Helix of Garatia by Sasakure.uk. So, yep, this song was released in Orange Plus, I think, and this is the remaster chart, which is added in 2018. And yeah, as you can see, this is just much harder than the master.
So being
Just
a Sasakura UK song,
sorry.
he's kind of infamous for having weird rhythms in his songs.
Oh yeah. He's in a pretty good amount of different rhythm games, and like.
Yep.
I swear, like I think every song he's ever made, like is never in actually just like 4/4 kind of signature. Like always something different.
Yeah. I think that's what makes Sasakura songs unique. Like,
So in addition to weird
yeah,
patterns
that
like
one
that,
is-
you have to do it to weird rhythms.
Right.
we are now heading towards the ending with just bunch of slides that are really hard to follow. And this is the ending.
Jeez.
That's a good
Yeah.
song.
Yep.
That's all I had to say about that. That was wild.
I feel like Doctor Strange whenever I do that. Good stuff right there. Now,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
seen something where it's abstract art. This one is a mix of beauty, but also maniacal evil. It's a final boss song for sure. Silent Blue by Kaneko Chiharu.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Silent Blue by Kaneko Chiharu. So if you recognize Kaneko Chiharu, it's the one who made Lacrima, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Kaneko Chiharu is just made a lot of songs in Sound Voltex, such as Whiteout, if you know, Lacrima,
Ah, I know Lacrima.
and Illness Lilin. Yeah, Lacrima and Illness Lilin, if you know.
I know that one too.
This was, yeah,
Gotcha.
this one was added in maimai Milk Plus as their boss song. And this song is just have a lot of slides that follows the songs pretty accurate and flows really good with the song as well. Yeah. And a lot of spins and half spins. And a beautiful song as well, as I would say.
That's what this part is.
How about you, Freaky?
Definitely agree.
Here we go.
So we are towards the ending now. And again, this song is just, both the song and the chant itself, it's just really good because like it blends all the patterns and the techniques, both the stamina and the spins as well. One fast spin at the end. And that's Silent Blue by Kaneko Chiharu.
That's pretty good. Cool. All right. Well, looks like we're going to round this one out with a very familiar friend, if you guys may remember.
Yeah.
Very familiar friend. That's right.
Oh God.
It's Pandora Paradox. Now,
Yep.
we played the remaster last time, so let's showcase what makes this master still one of the hardest songs in my mind. So here comes our last song.
All right, just make sure
Yep.
you give
So-
us the time when.
Yep.
Okay, so this is Pandora Paradox, as you guys already know maybe from GDQ, where Kirby played it at the remaster, which is the only level 14 in the game. So this is the master chart, which is the first 13 plus in the game. Maybe Figgy, can you give us some of the background about Pandora Paradox and the whole thing about 13 pluses?
So this is released when my finale as kind of their big send-off to the Pandora box event, which was their way of kind of introducing a ton of boss songs right at the very end. And each of these boss songs have kind of insane unlock conditions and added a bunch of new 13s to the game. And at the end of all that unlocking and weird stuff, you unlocked Pandora Paradox, the first 13 plus in the game.
Yeah. And then when Sega thought this is just too much and people just start clearing the master, Sega said, nope, you still have a remaster to do. And so they just giving all those hard songs
Yeah,
with
they turned this
level 13.
batch of 13s and a 13 plus into a bunch of 13 pluses and a 14.
Yeah. So yeah, that part is actually what makes this song as a 13 plus as one of the hardest song in the game. So maybe if you guys play DDR back in the other day, this is the same as replicant the action, I think,
Right. It's like
or replicant the ignition when you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
almost
The
impossible.
only connection.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is basically like the over the period for my mind.
Right. Over the period, you get a perfect full combo win on your first try. Got it.
Yeah. But Pandora Paradox is the same as like challenge track. You have a certain life to clear.
I see.
So yeah, this is the ending. You see how the
It just has everything.
kataban part. Yep, you just need to learn that right off the bat, and that's time. And Pandora Paradox.
Yeah, that
Dude, how do you work out in today?
How you guys feeling like watching Kirby playing that?
I think I might need some after party boba to make sure that I'm my arms are okay. As if I need a little more sustenance in that way.
Rehydrate.
Yeah, hydrate and make sure you are always in a nice airy space for this. That's why we have the fan in the back. But oh my goodness, that was a fun run. Oh. Yeah, well, that's my finale for you, and it was an utter delight to showcase this for Game Masters and Games Done Quick overall once more. And I'm incredibly honored and flattered that, humbled, etc., that AirAngel has gave us the invite for this wonderful show.
Yeah, of course. I'm always looking for the runs that I know I can't do. That's why I ask the experts. But thank you all so much for being on the show. And Starrod Kirby, where can people find you if they want to follow you?
Yeah, well, you can find myself over at twitch.tv/StarrodKirby86. I do weekly maimai streams and giggles for all the fun of that, and even have a little talk show with Raviel, by the way, who helped craft this song list. Thank you, Raviel. And I also am on Twitter. It's my last name, which is quite much to spell. Tungjanyatham, TUNGJUNYATHAM. And I tend to post memes and anime on that too, so please follow there. And as always, thank you so much again. Everyone, the maimai community. You can also go into Geki Chumai, the Discord community there. Just search Geki Chumai on Google and you'll be able to find that. And yeah, once again, thank you, Effin on the mic. Thank you, Freaky, coming down here as well. That was an utter delight. Thank you, Chaos, for the wonderful presentation of DJMAX. And again, thanks everyone for coming by. And you guys are all awesome.
Thank you for having me also.
Yeah,
It was an honor. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all for being on the show. And with that, that's gonna close out Game Masters, at least for me, for 2021. What year is it? Yeah. So my next show personally will be in January, but the next Game Masters will be not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that with fan_TV. But stick around. After this show, we have Time Capsule featuring Final Fantasy IX, and then tomorrow joining us for the bargain bin, followed by speedruns from the Quit. Starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. Stick around. We're going to take a break. And thank you all so much. And good night.
Night.